Hey, how's it going everybody? Cubfan here, and today is episode 132 of Cubfan's Minecraft Let's Play. And you may be asking yourself why I have a hole in my floor here. Well, it's related to the project we are doing this episode, which is automating the collection of all of our automatic farms. So we're going to automate the collection of 5 of our automated farms. So we got sugarcane farm, we got the melon pumpkin farm, got the mushroom farm inside that giant wool mushroom, the cactus farm, and the chicken farm. So all those will be automated. And let me go ahead and go inside and show you where we're going to put this. So if we come down here, this is our auto sorter here. This chest leads to our auto sorter down this way. Let me show you. So down here, and puts it into all the appropriate chests, which are many behind this wall here. So let's go up to the top here. Basically down this way, down here at I think level 55 is where I've decided to put this. Yep, right here. So it's going to run into this hopper right here and drop off all its items to this, and then that will take it down to the auto sorter below. And basically what we're going to do here, we're going to place some stone brick like that. We're going to place a comparator. I can find it here. Yep. Comparator facing out like that. That's going to go into a block with a torch on it. Like that. Block on top of that. And then we'll have a repeater facing inwards that way. And you'll see this powered rail comes on here, and so that will launch the cart automatically whenever there is not an item in this hopper. So you see, if we place a few items in there, this turns off and the cart will stay until all the items are out of it. So yep, that's the drop-off mechanism for the system done. And I'm currently in the process of figuring out where exactly I want my tunnels to go. So as you can see here, we got some beacons down there at the bottom. Have to avoid those. We don't block them. We have to avoid some redstone here, and also some redstone. You can barely see it, but down. Let me just drop down here. Yep. And that's for the. That's for this room down here, the end portal or the end dragon room, dragon egg room, I should say. And that's protected by these tripwires. And zombies are somewhere nearby. There's also some stuff like this this door here that'll automatically open and leads to our automatic brewer in there. So yeah, a lot of stuff to avoid here. I'm thinking of potentially putting this, maybe up this way a little ways, and then having sort of like a viewing, glass viewing area like right here. So we could see the minecart whiz by once or twice if we get lucky. I think that would be pretty neat. I may try and do that, but yeah, we have to hook this up, and have to figure out exactly how we're going to do that. I want at least a double chest buffer for each farm. I think that would be more than enough, but yeah. I'm going to have a double chest buffer for each farm. I'm going to go into my creative world now so you can get a better overview of exactly the system we're building here, because it is kind of hard to understand if you don't know exactly what the broad picture looks like. So let's go ahead and jump into the test world now. So here is the system in my creative test world. It's all these rails connected here you see in front of you. And let me just show you exactly what this does. So we have this first part here set up, which we've already built. This thing will basically keep the cart here while it's unloading items into this chest, or in our case, our hopper line to our auto sorter. So right now this is being held in place by this redstone block. If I unflick this lever, this cart will begin to move, and it'll begin to harvest each one of these farms. So for instance, this one here, this is representative of our cacti farm, our cactus farm. This one here is our chicken farm. See, we got all the things for the chickens. Over here we have our mushroom farm. Got mushrooms in there. This is our melon and pumpkin farm. And then finally our sugarcane farm. So these are all in the correct spots where they are in our world. Obviously the distances are a lot greater, so this is actually more like a compact version of what we're building in our survival world. So let's go ahead and start this system. I'll show you how it works. So we start the system. Minecart chest will first go over here to the cacti farm. It'll load up the cacti farm, and then whenever this comparator right there detects a signal strength from this cart of more than 14, or this line down here detects the cart is empty, or this hopper is empty, the cart will launch. So we'll see that here. Let me just get some of these out of here just to speed up the process a little bit. So we'll wait till this is done. There we go. Automatically launches and comes over here to the chicken farm. And once again, this has a little bit different conditions, but basically whenever the hopper is empty, or the cart itself is empty, so there's nothing to harvest, or it reaches a level less than whatever this comparator is comparing it to, then it will launch. So we'll just help out once again here. Just take out some of these. Yeah, like that. Take out some of those. So you'll see it'll launch here. And then after it launches here, it'll make sure and turn this rail to the right. Does a little test of logic to make sure it's not full. And then, yeah, it goes on to the next one, which is the mushroom farm. And you'll see that's how full we are right there. Now, once this unloads all the mushrooms, it'll come back here, turn this rail to the right, do a logic test to see if the cart's full here. And if it's full, it sends it back here to unload, and then the whole thing starts over again. If it's not full, it goes to the right to the sugarcane farm. So it should be just about done here. Let's just help it along again. And it's not full, so it should go to the right here, to the right again, to the sugarcane farm, where it'll offload here. And let's just get some of this. We'll speed it up a little bit. Alright, then it does another test here to see if it's full. It's not full, so it goes to the melon pumpkin farm. And then here it will stay until basically it stays here until it collects enough melon and pumpkins for this comparator to read a signal strength of 10 from that detector rail. And then once that condition is met, it will then launch back to this rail, unload its stuff, and then the whole process starts all over again. So let me just sort of simulate that by just spamming it with all these items here. Might actually have to spawn in some. So just imagine here, this is all melons and pumpkins, and there it goes. It reached over 10, and so then it comes over here, and you can see here it's unloading everything into this chest. So we can just simulate once it's done what will happen. So once it's done unloading everything, automatically launches again, and then it starts all over with harvesting again. And you'll see here this cart's empty, so it's just going to go back and forth until it eventually will get over here to the melon and pumpkin farm, where it will sit and wait for itself to fill up to level 10. So that's the entire system there. It's a pretty smart system, I think, and it also, you know, has areas where it unloads if it's too full. So there's always, there's never the possibility, I should say, that it gets caught on one of these due to this comparator logic that I have built into the system. And yeah, you'll see it's stuck there. So that's basically the entire system we are building. So hopefully you can sort of see exactly what we're going for here. Okay, so now that we have an overview of the system we are building, we have to figure out exactly how we're going to build it here in this world, which is significantly more difficult. Obviously, the distances involved are quite a bit bigger. So we'll come down here, and we'll make note of these coordinates here. We are at about 250, 240, and level 55. So that's sort of what we're aiming to get to. So 250, 240. Gotta remember those coordinates. And I think I'm going to go ahead and dig out, like I said, all the tunnels beforehand, before actually laying any rail and building the mechanism that will launch the carts. So let's see here. 250 is this way, about right. Not right there. A little further this way, so about right here. So we can try and dig over this way. We'll probably run into a couple of different things. Like, yeah, like our our staircase again here. Darn it. Okay, let me just put some pumpkins down. So let me go ahead and dig out this railway here. Get it so that it looks nice. Could take a little bit of time. I'm definitely going to raise it up at least 1 or 2 here. And yeah, figure out exactly how we want this thing to work. Okay everyone, so I dug out the path for the minecart to take here. Let me just drop down and show you. And then we're going to go ahead and build one. So this is obviously where we built our unload mechanism right here. Then it comes over here, takes a sharp turn at these beacons here. It's going to come up this way and over the top of our steps there, so we'll be able to see it here. From here we have a couple different forks. I'm going to go down this first fork here. This is the straight fork. Goes into here where we have the sugarcane, where we'll make the sugarcane mechanism here. Harvest that. All the way down this way and to the right and to the left here. This is where we'll have our melon pumpkin farm. You'll see melons and pumpkins in those hoppers up there. Had to manipulate that a little bit up top so that it still works. But we got that all set. And then coming back this way, just retracing our steps here. We can come down this way. And from this point over the stairs, pretty much right after it gets down here, you have to come to the right. This leads down to the mushroom, the chicken farm, and the cacti farm. So it does lead across this bridge here, so we'll see it cross the ravine from time to time in front of our house, which is pretty cool. Then it comes down here. This way comes to the mushroom farm. So here's that one. I gotta put some stuff down here so mobs don't spawn. There we go. So here it is right here. Nothing in there yet because it probably hasn't harvested yet. After all, we made the mechanism yesterday and it's every 12 days or so. Let me eat some cookies. Good enough. Okay, come down here. We got the chicken farm down this way. So we come down here. And the chicken farm is up there. You can see those items in there. And it's right over a ravine, apparently. Another ravine. And you can see the wool farms up there, magic lamps, etc. So that's sort of where we're at. And then down this other path here. Down this way. Let me put one more jack-o'-lantern down so mobs can't spawn. Down here, we have cacti farm. So yeah, those are all the tunnels there. So there's 2 different spots where we're going to be able to see it move back and forth as it collects things. So that's kind of interesting. For right now, though, I'm going to go ahead and make the sugarcane and the melon farm mechanisms. I'll do those on camera. Sort of explain to you how exactly everything works. But the other 3, I'm going to go ahead and do off camera because they're going to be the same as this first one here that I'll show you. So I'm going to go ahead and take all this down here first. And we'll just fill this stuff in. This one's probably going to be the easiest one to build since it already basically has an area cleared out. But I'll go ahead and just get rid of all of this stuff here. Yeah, we already got pretty full, pretty good amount of sugarcane here. So I'll go ahead and yeah, just clear this out, and once that's done, I'll be back. Okay everyone, so we are now ready to get started on the automatic collection for the sugarcane farm. Real quickly here, I just want to mention something. A lot of people were wondering how exactly I got all my iron that I showed last episode. I got about 9 double chests of iron blocks. This is how right here you can see there's a golem that just fell down and he's burning in the lava now. And this farm has been going since about very early in Minecraft 1.7. So that's how I get all my iron, that iron farm right there. And that design is the Iron Foundry design. So let's go ahead and jump down here. We're going to get started underneath here. Let me just get an axe out. I'm going to take down this ladder. There we are. Perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and fill this in with dirt as well. Just like that. Okay. So here we are, right underneath the sugarcane farm. You can see the sugarcane in there. So I'm going to try and explain this to you as best I can here. So first of all, we're going to go ahead and place a double chest here, because as I said, I want to have a double chest buffer underneath each farm. Then we'll go ahead and place 2 hoppers like this. And this hopper will be the one that actually loads the cart. And just get rid of that block so that, you know, we can have items flow through here. There we go. Okay. So now we're ready to actually start building the mechanism. So let's go ahead and get some blocks on our bar. And we're going to place a block here. And we're going to place some powered rails on top and then down one. Also have a detector rail right there. And then we're going to need, let's see, we're going to need some regular rails out in front here. So we'll have regular rail. And then right here we're going to have a powered rail. So I'm going to place down a redstone block here. Right there. Powered rail on that. And then regular rails out to here. And then right here we'll have a detector rail. I'll get to that in a second. But first of all, let's focus on this. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this original powered rail. And place a block right there. Now, when we have this this minecart chest coming in here, we want it to pause right on this rail so that it's touching both the detector rail and the powered rail. And you'll see if we go ahead and do it now, here, it'll just go up and then come right back. So that is not what we want. Let me see if we can get it to, yeah, we're not going to get it to stop here. I'm just going to break it. So that's not what we want. We want something to be able to hold it in place. So to do that, we're going to get a redstone comparator. Place it down there. Then another comparator behind it. Place a block down. Torch on it. And then we'll have a sticky piston facing toward us with a fence on it. And so this will keep the cart on the powered rail and partially on the detector rail. But you'll notice that once it touches the comparator, it will actually go ahead and retract this piston after only a very short amount of time. So to increase that length of time, we are going to place a block down here. Place a comparator on top of it. So comparator, yep, we got it right there. There we are. And then place a block beside it. So this will keep the piston extended as long as there are items in this hopper. So whenever this hopper empties, the cart will then be launched. So that's the first... Dang, Enderman. That's the first sort of situation we have to deal with here. The second situation is what happens when the minecart comes in with items already in it. So let me just show you here. So we have a minecart. This farm, the sugarcane farm, is actually the fourth farm that's visited by this cart. So essentially what we can have is we could have like a piece of cacti in there. Could have some chicken, some raw chicken, some eggs. We could have some feathers. Have a brown mushroom. We could have a red mushroom. So we could have this many single items, and then you could have this whole rest of this chest filled up. So this next mechanism is meant to prevent the cart from getting stuck on here. I'm not going to go into detail about how you calculate that. You can check out the world once I provide a world download in a couple of episodes. But essentially we need to test for whether or not this cart coming in has a level of, gives an output of 11 through these comparators. So to do that, we're going to come over here, we're going to place a block down like so. And then we're going to come here, place down a dust, redstone dust, and a comparator right here. In case you're wondering what this obsidian and endstone and emerald blocks are, this is actually the Ender Dragon room down this way. And we're going to put that comparator into subtraction mode, and then we're going to run this wire down like that, and we should have, yep, a power level of 10 there. So if this outputs a signal of 11 or greater, it'll power this block here, which will have a torch on it, just like that. And then we're going to have a sticky piston right there. So this will override the hopper system, so the detection of this hopper being empty, if it reaches a power level of 11 or more. And like I said, that's necessary because we don't want the cart to get stuck on this farm here. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test out exactly what happens in different scenarios here. So first scenario is what happens when we have the minecart chest come in and there's some stuff that needs to clear out in the hopper. So let's just see what happens here. So you'll see it pauses there. It starts to collect the items in the hopper into the minecart, and then once the hopper is empty, you'll see it ejects it out. Alright, so that's what we want. That's good. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we send in a minecart chest with items in it. So let's go ahead and put some random items in there. And let's go ahead and send it in. Alright, you see it detected that there was nothing in this hopper, and yeah, sent the cart back on its way. So that's good. That's also what we want. Alright, now let's test and see what happens if the minecart is completely empty and the farm is completely empty. Okay, so as you see here, if the hopper is empty and the minecart is empty, then basically this comparator here doesn't give a signal, so the piston doesn't retract because this torch is still on. So that is a problem that we need to fix. The other scenario, of course, would be if this thing had too many items in there so that it couldn't collect sugarcane. That's what this system back here does. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it is different for each farm, so that's the only thing that changes from farm to farm with this design. So let me go ahead and collect this back up. So we're gonna have to put in a detection system for when there's no items in the minecart. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna dig down. I'm gonna place a piece of redstone directly underneath of where that detector rail is. Then we are going to grab some repeaters. We're gonna put those right there on full delay. I'm gonna dig out underneath here, place some redstone there, dig out one more over this way, redstone here, and then we're gonna go ahead and yeah, try to do sort of like a little circle here of redstone. So come up here, repeater on full, redstone there, repeater on full, redstone there, and then I'm gonna place down a couple of blocks here, block there, there, and there, and then weakly power this block here. So this is 16 ticks of delay, and so after 16 ticks, if the cart is still empty, it will basically override everything and send the cart on its way. So let's go ahead and test that out, make sure it's working and everything. So we'll place down the cart with no items in it, give it a little push, pauses, detects it's empty, and then shoots it out. Fantastic. Okay. So that is the loading mechanism done for this farm. Now we have to figure out how we want to do this part here, this intersection. So again, if it has a level of more than 11, and what I mean by level is this. So if this thing with a comparator on it right here outputs a signal strength of more than 11, so you see we put in some items in there, it gives the corresponding signal strength. Right now it is 1, but if you add a bunch more items, you'll see it goes up to 3 there, and it continues to go up as you add more items. So if that is more than 11, so we'll put it in subtraction mode here, and also, yeah, that one's in subtraction mode. So if this has a signal of more than 11, go ahead and turn this rail and send it back to get unloaded over here. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and we will put down redstone block there. We'll draw this out here like that. And so this should have a level of 10 here. Ooh, it has a level of 11. So let's go ahead and move it over one more block. And we'll put down something like that. There we are. So now it should have a level of 10. Yep. So only minecarts with levels, power levels of 10 or above, or I'm sorry, or below will get through. So if this outputs a signal, we want it to change this rail so that it goes and gets unloaded. So to do that, we're going to destroy the minecart first. And we're going to have to come down here. Just like this. And let's see, we got some redstone down here it looks like. So we got to be kind of careful here. Okay everyone, so I went ahead and made a little area down here. I don't think this will affect the potion room redstone at all here. So what we need to do is we need to first go ahead and set up a method to where this rail can turn. So we'll place redstone down there, and then a repeater facing into this torch on 3 ticks. So what that'll do is it will change the rail line here. Just show you that, if I can get up here. There we go. See, it changed it to the left, and that goes to the melon farm down this way. Now we want to make sure that whenever this outputs a signal strength of 11 or more, that it stays this way. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put a repeater down. We're going to draw some redstone down this way, and then we'll put this repeater here on 1 tick. And so whenever this outputs a signal strength greater than 11, so the cart's full, it will override this repeater and lock it, so the rail won't turn, and it'll basically send it back that direction. So that's all there is to it really right there. So that's now done. So we can fill this in a little bit more. There we are. And I'm actually going to go ahead and place down a pumpkin in the wall right there. So everything's lit up. So that's actually the sugarcane section done. Now we just have to go down and do the melon section. Okay everyone, down here at the melon and pumpkin farm, as you can see, let me just turn down these mob sounds because they're being annoying right now. I'm not totally off, I'll keep them right there. So yeah, basically as I said before, the sugarcane farm, mushroom farm, chicken farm, and cacti farm will all be basically the same, except for the power level at which they're kicked out. This one, however, will be significantly different, so I wanted to show you it. So again, we have our double chest up here. That's going to lead down to this hopper here, which is going to be our loading hopper. We'll place down a block, and we'll place down rails the exact same way. So we'll put a detector rail in front here, and then normal rails in front of that. Then we'll get rid of this one, and we'll place down a stone brick right there. Now this is going to be different in that we want the cart to just sit here and collect items until it reaches a certain level. So we're going to place a comparator down here, put it in subtraction mode, comparator there, block there with a torch, just like that, and then just a piston and a fence on there. So put that there, put that there. And now we want this to fire whenever the cart here has, I guess, a power output of 10. So we need to compare it to a power level of 9. So what we're going to do for that, let's try and see if we can come back here. Let's see if this will work. This will be 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So we need one more actually. So let's place it back here. Right there. Should be good enough. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and empty all this out so we can place down our stone bricks in there so we know where our wiring is going if we ever run into it in the future. There we go. So this should have a level of 9. Yes, okay. So that is the entire mechanism done there. So basically in this final farm that's collected, the melon pumpkin farm in our case, it won't care whether or not this hopper is empty or not. It'll just sit here and wait until it reaches a cart power level from this detector rail of 10 before it launches. So that's it for this collector. And now I'm going to run back here and build the mushroom, chicken, and cactus farm collectors. And I'll be back once that's done. Okay everyone, so we're here at the start of the rail line. I now have all of the modules complete. So let's go ahead and put this down and I'll show you exactly what's happening here. So we put this down here. It's going to get automatically launched. So it's on its way. And the minecart went ahead and turned down this way. That detector rail we just passed down there is irrelevant when it's coming this way. So it's going to come down this way, cross over this ravine. It'll turn right here. This detector rail is irrelevant for right now. You'll see it stopped down here at the cacti farm, where it's now loading cactus, as you can see here. So it'll load up cactus for a while. There's quite a bit up here, so it may actually kick it out on this first one here. The cart actually has to be full, or the cart has to empty out for it to be kicked out. Or of course it could be empty as well, so we'll just wait for that. Alright everybody, so we've been filling up for a while here on cacti. You can see here we're about to run out of items in the hopper, so this cart is about to launch. You'll also see here this redstone is at power level 13, so what we expect to see is this thing should launch, go to the chicken farm, and then launch back. So let's just see if that happens. So there we go. It's going. Now it should turn right. Okay. Now we should see it come back pretty much immediately, so I'm just going to stand clear here, and it should go down this way. Yep, there it goes. Turned to the left here because it was compared here to a signal strength that says if it's greater than 12, send it this way. And then it should have come this way, down this direction, and then once it crossed this comparator here, it should have said, hey, basically you have more than 11 on there. And let's see, why did it not? Ooh, okay. So a little bit of a bug right there. Okay, so I figured out what the issue was. We actually need a chest under here, and then that will continue to go into our comparators. You can see the items sorting through right there. But for some reason, hoppers, when you have like a hopper chain like that, they don't pull the items through fast enough to make this torch unpower so that the cart doesn't move. But now we got it, so we should see this thing unload its stuff. And yeah, we'll wait here until we see that. Okay everybody, we are back. I fixed a slight problem with a direction a rail was facing on the tracks, and this thing is about ready to get done loading, so everything should be working properly now. So we'll wait for it to finish up here. And you see everything's outputting down to this chest, so we should see this comparator turn off, this will turn on, this will power the rail once more. So here we go. There we go, and it's off. Okay, fantastic. So now let's go take a look at what happens here. So it's going to go down here. It's going to, turn to the right. And it's going to go down to the cactus farm. It's going to have a lot less cactus to harvest this time. And yeah, I'm just following this to make sure everything's working the way it should. So it should, yep, there we go. Collected some cactus. Let's see how much. Oh, it's too fast for us. So then it comes down to the chicken farm here. Here the chicken's above us, and it starts to collect all the chicken. You see it got 14 cactus, so it collected that and then went on to the next one. So it will probably be here for, well, maybe not too long. Yeah, not too terribly long here. But yeah, it'll harvest all this, and then it will launch, and we're going to go down to the mushroom farm now and wait for it to arrive down there. So basically what should happen is it should run over this detector rail here, turn to the right. It'll see it's not very full, so then it comes straight here, and it'll come right down here to the mushroom farm area. So let's just wait for it here. Alright, there we go. Came right down there. Now it's going to collect the mushrooms in here, of which there probably are not too many. Nope, not too many at all. So then after this, it's going to come down here. It's going to turn to the right, so we should see it come down here in just a second or two. There it comes. It should turn left here. Yep, there we go. Well, our left, the cart's right. It'll come down here and it should turn right here because I don't believe it's full enough. So we'll just check and make sure that happens. So it should have gone to the right here because this test would have failed because it's not quite full enough. So it should be not down there. Maybe it is full enough. Let's take a look. I don't think it is though. No, it is not. Okay, so I gotta fix that. Okay, so I think I fixed it now. We have 5 ticks of delay here. I'm going to reduce this down to 3 ticks. So it should still lock properly if it fails the test and if there's too many items. So I'm going to go ahead and do something like this. Cover all this stuff back up here. Yeah, that should be good. And yeah, let's go ahead and test it out again here. So we have our minecart chest. We'll go ahead and send it down this way. Alright, make sure everything's working properly. So like I said, it should come up here. Turns down to the right. It'll harvest those 3 farms and we'll wait for it to come back here. And once it passes this point, I know it won't have enough in it to get past this and make it turn right. So this rail should switch and we should see it come over here to the sugarcane farm. So it'll be just a second here. Let me cut the video here and we'll see it come back. Alright, here we go. It's coming back here. We should see it turn this way now. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That went quite a ways up that line, but it's just a visual glitch. It should be filling up with sugarcane now, I believe. Maybe. Can't really see it. Yep, it's filling up with sugarcane. Okay, good deal. There we go. Visual glitch fixed. You see it picked up some items from the other the other farms. So we'll wait here until this is done and we'll see that it should probably, let's see. Yeah, it's not going to have enough to go back, so it should turn right here, go down to the melon farm. So we'll see if that happens. Okay everyone, so we're getting down to the last bit on the sugarcane farm here. So you'll see it collected some items right here. And we can tell from this redstone dust here, you see that's at power level 7, that will not override the hopper being empty, which is that comparator behind there. So what's going to happen is that comparator back right there will unpower, and this cart will come down here. This test will say you're not full yet. Oh, but wait a second, we just harvested. So maybe, we'll see. Regardless, I still don't think it's going to pass this test, so it should go down to the melon line, but it might take a little bit longer here, so give it a minute here. Well, we actually might see it override it now. This is why I put that override in there in case something like this happens. The sugarcane farm produces quite a bit of sugarcane each time through, and yeah, it's actually getting up to power level 10 or so right now, I believe. Yep, so we might see an override here, so let's just sit back and watch. Then again, maybe not. Let's see. Nope. So it's probably not going to pass this, so it's going to go to the melon pumpkin farm. So let's see here. There you go. Went down to the melon pumpkin farm. So this is about as full as it can get once it comes down this way. And it should say, you're too full, go back. And yeah, it sent it back because this one tests for a power level of 10 right here. And as you saw back there at the sugarcane farm, it had a level of 10. So it's going to go unload all its sugarcane now. And so we should see it come back here after just a little bit, and it should turn down and go this way to start to harvest the cacti farm, chicken farm, and mushroom farm. Then it'll come back to the sugarcane farm, and then go back to the melon pumpkin farm. So let's just wait here and see what happens. And so a few minutes later, it comes down here, turns to the right. As you can see, it's unloaded all its stuff already back at the auto sorter. And we should see it here come back down relatively soon, because all those should be pretty much empty. So I'm going to stand over here. We should see it fly around this corner, see that this is empty, be ejected, and then go to the melon pumpkin farm. So yeah, just testing pretty rigorously here, just to make sure everything's working properly. So it shouldn't be more than a couple more seconds here, I believe. So let's see here. Here it comes. There we go. Okay, you see it? Yep. A little bit of a graphical glitch there. But yeah, it worked properly. Now it's coming over this way. And yeah, now it's filling up with melons and pumpkins eventually. And it'll stay here since we built this one a little bit differently until it reaches a level of 10, and then it will launch off. Okay, so this minecart chest is getting fairly full now. You can see it right there. It should launch within about a minute or so. And you'll see that the hopper is still completely full, as is the above hopper, and the chest up top is still full as well. So we should see this launch. Yep, there it goes. And that'll go and unload all its stuff into the sorter, despite the fact that this is still full, because like I said, it's going to wait here no matter what until it reaches level 10, and at that point it'll launch. So I'm going to wait here until it comes back just to make sure everything's working properly. Okay, so here we go. Minecart chest coming back after a few minutes here. You'll see it actually looks like it also harvested the sugarcane farm. And now I don't think we'll have enough to to send the cart off, so it should stay here after both of these hoppers are empty. So let's just verify that happens. Alright everyone, so as you can see here, we have nothing in the hopper or anything above this. So this entire farm has been cleared out. And yeah, nothing is happening. It's not launching because now it's waiting for more melons and pumpkins from the farm above before it will actually launch and yeah, go back to unload itself. And the reason I did this is because I don't want this cart to be just constantly moving back and forth. I want it to be in sort of like a steady state here. And I want the most melons and pumpkins so we can make trades with villagers, so that's why I decided to make it, basically just go into a steady state here. So I hope you guys like this build. That's it. The build is now completely done. It's fully automated. The only thing I'm going to add is an on-off switch down here, because I can foresee already that potentially we could get enough resources that we don't really need to, keep this farm on constantly. So I'm going to put a repeater there. I'm going to place a sticky piston facing down here. Well, not there. Right here, actually. Right there. Block on it. So then whenever we power this, well, not like that. Like this, you'll see that it will turn this off, so the cart will just sit here and stay there. So now all we have to do is put a lever up top, and yeah, basically, put a lever up there somewhere. Okay, we also need a new enchant on the shovel, so let's just do this. And we need 22 levels, so we need actually 11 bookshelves. So just like that. Drop that in, put this in there. Efficiency 3, not too terrible, not too great either though. Shut all these off again. There we are. And I think I'm going to put the lever right here for the on-off switch. I could put it, basically anywhere. I could put it here. It doesn't really make a difference. We just have to run this line now all the way down to the top of that stone brick block right there. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay, so here we go. Just basically doing what I just said. Running this line all the way up to this point right here. And let's see, we're going to come down like that. Up like this. And we will need to come up one more right there. And we'll get some more redstone here. And there we go. That should be it. That should be it all hooked up. So let's go ahead and fill in this stuff again. Lots of stuff hidden underneath here. There we are. Put the spruce back. Let's test it out. Make sure that worked. I think it did. I heard the piston fire. And yeah. You can see it works now. So great. We got that all hooked up. Fantastic. So now gonna go ahead and put back the hopper if I have one here. Yeah. put back the hopper for the auto sorter here, so this will still work. And let's go ahead and get up here. We'll place down some cobble in there. Replace all this. And then we should be, yeah, good to go now. So, fantastic. Okay, I'm also going to put a sign here. It's going to say Auto Farm Collection. Up equals on. And then down equals, I should put down in all caps. Down equals off. There we go. So now we know. I'm just going to leave it in automatic mode for right now. And I'm also going to check and make sure that we can still, yeah, get all this stuff. So let's make sure dirt is still filtering through here, for instance. Still got a couple things to fix down here in this area down here. But yeah, let's make sure dirt's the fourth one over. So let's make sure it's still going through. So let's see here. Yep, so it's still going through, so the auto sorter is still working. Good deal. And yeah, let's make it back through here. We'll go ahead and put down some stuff like this. And there we go. Okay, so everything is properly working now. The auto sorter is working fine. I do have to clear out this sugarcane because we got 5 double chests full at the moment. So I'm just going to move all this over and put it in a chest, like say right here. So I'll do that. I also went ahead and changed this up a little bit. We have to replace that stone block there. But I went ahead and put some andesite here. I think it looks a lot nicer. You can see, we can see the rail cart going over right here. I think it could be cool if we put like maybe redstone lamps here maybe. But for right now I'm just going to go ahead and put glass. And I'm going to draw this andesite down to the floor once I get more quartz. So that should be cool to see it, you know, go back and forth every once in a while. And the same thing out here at the ravine. You'll see right now we just got a little, if I come out here, just got a little dirt bridge. That's not going to cut it. I want to make a proper like bridge, probably out of dark oak, so that we can, you know, occasionally see the minecart go back and forth here. Alrighty. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call that an episode for now. Those changes will be in next time. I'm going to leave this auto farm collection on right now. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss in a couple things that can be sorted here. And I'll put away some stuff, and I'll meet you guys back down at the mine shaft. Down here in the mine shaft now, you can see I went ahead and extended the rail line a little further so that it actually reaches where these new mine shafts are being put. So, today's highlighted channel, let me get this right, Shihuen Yoruichi. I believe that's right. Hopefully I didn't butcher the pronunciation. But Shihuen basically wanted to see my statistics for this world. And I'm going to show you guys those now. So if we go into here, statistics. So here we go. This is since, I believe, 1.7. And keep in mind, I've had this world since 1.9 pre-release 5. So that was before the actual official version of the game came out. But here you go. I walked over 1,000 kilometers. Pretty interesting. Yeah, you can see the stats there. Obviously, I already have ridden a pig before in one of the previous episodes, so you can tell this is just since 1.7 came out. 119,000 jumps, 1 death, only 1 death, so there you go. Let's see, junk fish, traded with villagers, yeah, you can see that there. Let's go with blocks, 10,000 stone blocks, 1,000 leaves. Yeah, you can just see some of those here. Yeah, you can see the iron blocks. 6,912 iron blocks. So that's quite a decent amount of iron blocks. Let's see what else we got here. I used to have a lot of wool, but doesn't look like it's on here now. Some stone bricks. Quite a lot of stone bricks crafted up. Just 1 beacon. Some redstone blocks. Some hoppers. Yep, you can see that there. Quite a bit of ice, packed ice mined as well. Let's see some of the items here. We should see a huge amount of diamond. Yeah, yeah, 20,000 blocks mined with the diamond pickaxe. And yeah, you can see I pretty much exclusively use diamond tools. And yeah, just gonna scroll through these here. Some redstone, some paper as well that I've crafted up. Yep, so everything else is pretty basic. Mobs. I've actually never been killed by any mobs since 1.7, so you can see here how many I've killed. A lot of slimes, over 1,000 slimes. 586 skeletons, 775 zombie, 136 ghast, 738 endermen, 8 silverfish, 157 blaze, 5 bats, 27 witches, 2 endermites, 37 guardians, 60 cows, 137 chickens. Of course, this number should be like, you know, 400 or 500, probably, maybe even 1,000, because I have an automatic farm. 4 horses, 21 villagers, 18 squid. So yeah, those are the statistics for the world. As far as the number of days, I think someone also asked that. You can see we are currently on day 3,157. So those are the statistics there. So hopefully that quells those queries. And Shihuen, this is your mineshaft. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. There'll also be a link to his channel in the description. So thank you for watching, and this will be your mineshaft, Shi. Alright, just finished digging out Shihuen's mineshaft. So we got the following resources. We got 17 diamonds, a bunch of redstone, some iron, and some coal. So let me go ahead and throw down this minecart right here. And we'll go off and see where Shihuen falls on the leaderboards. Okay everyone, so Shihuen came in 7th place today with 3,282 points. And he also came in tied for 4th place today on the Fortune 3 Diamond leaderboard with 17. So a good mineshaft today. Pretty happy about that. Also happy we got the full automatic collection now that will lead directly into our sorter. So yeah, we got 5 farms running on that system now. And we can always expand it more in the future if we have other automatic farms that we want to add. So quite happy about that. Like I said, I'll go ahead and improve the aesthetics here. For example, this bridge needs to be improved quite a bit. So I'll definitely do that for next time. Also, some more stuff in the house. Maybe add some paths around here, which you guys have been screaming for quite some time. And continue to leave those great comments about, you know, potential future farms. Like I saw some people wanted some wither farms, some prismarine farms. And those are all great ideas. I'm looking forward to doing those in the future. Just got to have the time to build them, because they do take a little bit of time. But thank you all for your continued support. This is going to be all for me today, so thank you very much for watching. This has been CubFan. Goodbye.